Oh yes, fake news, CNN strikes once again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the mob in the media will not cover most of the White House briefing now. And I'm wondering how many people out there in the United States of America, in this great country, actually knows what's going on lately. Maybe a lot of people, maybe most. I'm sure there's a lot of people that probably don't know what's going on, so I'm here to expose what fake news CNN is doing now. They refuse to cover the White House briefing now. Their cameras are not rolling as long as Trump is making his opening statements, which sometimes goes for 30 or 40 minutes, close to an hour some days. So that's almost an hour of the briefing that the American people are not getting who are loyal to CNN or tune in to CNN, waiting for the briefing. They don't realize they're not getting all of the briefing because they refuse to air the President of the United States while he's speaking. And then when Mike Pence gets up and speaks, our Vice President, they do not air him either. After both of them are done talking and one of the doctors gets up to speak, that's when they immediately break into the White House briefing and start rolling the cameras. Wow! Talk about bias, one-sided reporting. And people wonder why Trump goes after the media. Everything Trump says about the media has been 100% true, folks. 100% accurate. And you Trump haters out there can't see it. You guys are being proved wrong every single day. Trump says the media is biased, one-sided fake news reporting, and this proves it beyond any debate. And some days, they don't even cut into the briefing and start rolling their cameras until the Q&A session. So all you're getting, people out there, if you're watching CNN, some days you're only getting the Q&A session. That's it. There's some days that I went back and forth, channel flipping from one news station to the next, just testing them to see what CNN was up to. And I've seen the doctors up there talking, and CNN wasn't even covering it. They were going over important information. But they're so damn terrified that President Trump is going to say something that they do not want their viewers to see or hear, or show some video clip that they do not want their viewers to see. There was a bunch of people that were thanking Donald Trump in one meeting that Trump was having. There was a black woman thanking him for him pushing certain drugs that the media is absolutely against, and they bash Trump over it, and they rake him over the coals. Oh, well, we still need more testing, and he's recommending all these drugs. Well, there was a black woman thanking him because she said if it wasn't for her hearing about Trump talking about these drugs, she would have never thought to try them. She tried them, and that's the only reason why she's alive, is because they had a really good result in her case, and they reversed the coronavirus infection, and she pulled through. And she was thanking Trump. There were all kinds of survivors sitting around the table at this White House meeting one day thanking Trump. The other news media outlets aired this. They were covering it. The only one that was not covering it, guess who, folks? You got it. Fake news CNN, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a hand for being so anti-American and anti-presidential. Unless it's a Democrat, of course. Bullshit. You see, if they cover things like this, where people are thanking Trump for something, it makes Trump look good. Oh, God forbid CNN cover this. That's why they will not cover anything that makes Trump look good, even in the slightest. People thanking him? Nope, CNN's not going to cover that. Makes him look good. Trump was thanking the truckers one day too. He had a special where he was just thanking all the truckers for their job and not quitting during this virus and keeping the food on the shelves and the food rolling from state to state to feed America. He was thanking them. It was a tribute to the truckers. Other broadcasts were airing it. Guess what? You got it. CNN was not airing it. They were not showing that either. Mike Pence was giving a speech to the Air Force Academy. But see, that makes him look good also. So, yep, you got it. CNN didn't air that either. The other networks did. CNN will not air anything, period, if it makes Trump or his VP look good, even in the slightest. They will not air it. And now they will refuse to air Trump's opening statements in the briefing and Mike Pence's statements. They completely edit the entire White House briefing and chop it up into pieces because they're not airing the entire thing. You're only getting half of it. Some days, none of it. Other days, only the Q&A session. And they'll break in when the doctor's talking, and then Trump will get up there immediately. The cameras will stop rolling again, and they'll go back to the studio. Trump leaves, another doctor gets up talking, and they break into the briefing again right away. This back and forth routine, dodging and weaving and running and hiding, trying to avoid at all costs airing what the President of the United States has to say. And this is not biased reporting. You better believe it is. This is as biased and as one-sided as you can get. But get this, ladies and gentlemen, CNN will never miss a single word of Governor Cuomo's briefing. God forbid they miss anything this man has to say, and he is not our commander-in-chief, for God's sakes. He's over one state. Big deal. I don't live in New York. I don't give a damn what the hell the numbers look like in New York, or the bed situation, or what the lockdown's like, or anything. I don't live there. It doesn't affect me. That's just for the people of New York. He's a governor. He's not our commander-in-chief. He is not in the highest office of the land. He is not the president of the United States of America. He's a damn governor. That's it. And CNN will never, ever, ever miss a single fucking word this man has to say. They will air his briefing in its entirety, from beginning to end. The first word that leaves his mouth, boom, CNN has to roll the cameras right now. Right now. Gotta get it. Oh, but when Trump's speaking, they're in the studios. Camera's not rolling. Let's ignore him. He's only the president of the United States, for God's sakes. Oh my God. This is an atrocity. And do you know why they cover Cuomo? Get ready for this. 2 reasons. Number 1, he's a Democrat. Number 2, he is the brother of Chris Cuomo. Guess who he is, folks? You got it right. He is the brother of... the governor of New York City. He is the brother of Chris Cuomo. And Chris Cuomo works for CNN. He is one of their anchors. No bias there, right? Bullshit. The brother of one of their own anchors. That's his brother. And he's a Democrat. And they don't miss a single word this man has to say. The entirety of his briefing, every single day without fail, they air. Important. It's number one on their list. He is God in human flesh. He's a fucking God. But God forbid they air the President of the United States of America. Now, you can't get any more biased than this, folks. Absolute 100% pure bias, one-sided reporting. Fake news. How CNN even has enough viewers to keep them on the air is beyond me. There must be a lot of losers in the United States of America that love biased, one-way, two-faced, fake-ass news out there. That's all I can think of. That's all I got for today, ladies and gentlemen. Good day.